Dear mama. Hey gang, welcome to another video. This go around I'm going a little bit outside the box. I'm going to go Masters of the Universe. Not something I really collect, but seeing this character on the shelf, I have not watched the Kevin Smith show. I think that's who writes it for Netflix. But this sculpt character, I mean, it kind of told its story on its own, and the fact that Mattel is kind of upping their game since their horrid DC run back in the day. The sculpt looks great. All these little doodads and effects that come with this figure, I couldn't resist, and I didn't want to wait till maybe it was peg warmer. It actually isn't. I don't see her anymore, so I'm really glad I picked up Andra. Know nothing about the show, so don't judge, please. If you love her, great. If you don't love her, I'm sorry. I think the design itself, in honor of the artist that made this figure, I have to review it. It looks great. So let's just take a look at the box real quick. You know, this is the standard Masters of the Universe packaging. Andra, so she's heroic officer of Eternos, the brains of Teela's bronze. So she's actually a sidekick to Teela, so that's news to me. Andra dreams Andra dreams of being, I can talk, a hero, while her crestfallen partner tries to leave that life behind. The starry-eyed scavenger always has technological trick up her sleeve, whether using her genius to create inventions or relying on her scrappiness and speed to evade evil. Andra reminds all Eternians that what heroes are and what they can be again. So she's basically like Man-at-Arms and Teela mixed into one. So kind of her ward, I guess, or I don't know what you would call that, or squire. And yeah, this caught me off guard, really. I'm like, what the heck is this? That looks badass. And the fact that she's not like half naked like a lot of the Masters of the Universe makes her a perfect fit for pretty much any toy line out there. I'm not sure if she's right at 6 inches. She might be a little bit taller than that, but I digress. Let's crack this open because I'm dying to see what she looks like. All right, here's Andra outside of the box, and I'm telling you right now, probably one of the best offerings out of Mattel in a long time. It does still have some Mattel pitfalls, being that, not that I've ever reviewed a Mattel toy here knowingly. I have to go back to through my archives, but I've held other Mattel figures before, and you know, if it's any indication for the rest of the Master of the Universe Revelation line, they have this cheap rubbery feeling plastic, and not saying that that's a deal breaker. Some people probably don't mind, but it does feel like a lower quality plastic. And you know, just look, the whole fit and finish of it just doesn't hold up to Hasbro. So Mattel has a lot of catching up to do. Having said that, I would say it's a beautiful figure. If you can overlook some of these flaws, like, you know, it feels very, I have to say, very toy-like, not very collector, let's say, quality plastic and finish, but all in all, a great design. So you can see what I'm talking about here. Just, it looks very Happy Meal like. The details aren't there. I mean, the details are there, but they're not done very well. A little messy, and the finish just looks cheap, as you can see. But you know, I'm glad I picked it up. I think the cloth goods is a nice touch. She comes with this helm, which I'll switch up and probably pull the cowl over. It looks badass. And 4 extra hands. And you know, this has that very cheap plastic feel, but you know, I would say Hasbro can use some of this, a little bit of softer rubbery plastic on the hands, because I feel like I'm going to rip off the fingers off the Hasbro plastic. So, you know, you win some, you lose some kind of in this game. She does have a blast effect, which goes in her wrist blaster here. And I think you can pivot her arm down to make it look like she's blasting. Yeah, quite nice. Kind of looks like the Psylocke Psyblade. Might as well take a look at some of the articulation while we're at it. Okay, Andra has pretty good head movement. Let's see if we can... Uh-oh. Yeah, this cloak is pretty complicated here. I'll figure it out off camera and put it back on. So, yeah, very good range of motion actually. But that's as far as she can look down. She can look up pretty good. There's a little bit of side tilt. She has that G.I. Joe kind of barbell waist with a waist swivel. Or I should say torso barbell and a waist swivel. You got the arm can go through all the way around, but this what do you call these? Oh man, no, greaves are for the pauldrons block any movement there. You got a bicep swivel, pinless joints. You know, we're all excited about that for Hasbro, but looks like Mattel already had that going. Too bad about the cheap looking plastic. You got a wrist swivel and hinge, which is a little rubbery, so it's not very flush with the movement on the wrist there. What else you got? You can kick that far back. There's good torso tilt, so you can get her in a kicking fashion. There is a thigh cut, high thigh cut, top of the boots here, and then a shin cut, double jointed knee, and her foot goes that far forward, that far back, and a rocker. So, you know, all of the standard articulations. Oh yeah, she can do pretty good splits there. Yeah, all the standard articulations you would expect from Marvel Legends, and you know, and some surprises, being the pinless joints. It's pinless on the sides here too. But yeah, I'm gonna harp on the plastic feel. Is kind of a cheap feeling plastic, but the sculpt is pretty good, I gotta say, not bad at all. I'm sure it's true to the cartoon. It's a cartoony look to it. And she does have a little bit of this kind of snap back on her neck, but you know, it's all good. Looks great. Let's put on her cowl and see how she looks. All right, here's Andra with her cloak and helm in place. I will say it's a little difficult to understand how this whole cloak mechanism works. It kind of, you're free to interpretation. You hear me scratching my head. It's kind of weird. I just ended up looping it around the arms twice and then wrapping it around the neck here. It's a Velcro system. It does fit quite well once you commit to a way to fit it around her, and it gives us a nice mysterious look around her head on the helm like that. So like I said, it could fit right in to whatever toy line you want, because, you know, pretty vague looking character with armaments and extra head. So yeah, I like the figure. I mean, if you guys can find her, I would suggest you grab her because it's pretty unique looking. It doesn't have to stick to the Masters of the Universe world universe, and she fits right in as far as scale. She's in scale with Marvel Legends actually. So let's see here. Grab cap. So yeah, right in there. She's just a tiny bit taller, but not, she'd be just like an Amazon warrior kind of feel to her in this scale. Fits right in with the McFarlane. Let's get Grifter in here. So yeah, she even fits with that. So not a bad scale. All in all, solid figure. Good job, guys. Good job, Mattel. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention they give you this kind of rock background, so you could repurpose that if you'd like. I'll give it a shot. I wish it was less shiny, but you can always use texture in your photos, and this looks like it can fold out, so yeah, not a bad extra little bonus there. Alright guys, thanks for joining me on this quick review of Andra from Masters of the Universe Revelation. I think it's a solid figure. I think I would give it a 7. The only gripe I have is the cheap feeling plastic. Like I said, it's a little toy-like, not collector-like. But that's not a huge problem in today's collecting world. You can find a figure now for around, it's spiking up to $30 now. I can't even believe it. And yeah, to get her for right around 20, solid deal, and a good addition to just a rogues gallery if you needed, different looking people that that can play a separate character, good or bad. Yeah, it's very utilitarian. I like the figure a lot. And look at this cape. You can repurpose that if you're into kit bashing. There's just a lot of potential with this figure. I mean, I'm thinking about grabbing another one. It could be like an army builder of, Amazon warriors, or just warriors all around. Like, I love this helm. It's a great looking helm. Star Wars, Marvel, McFarlane. It doesn't matter. It doesn't necessarily even need to be Masters of the Universe. I think it's a great little figure for the money. Find it, buy it. I think you should own it. Don't take my word for it. Go grab one, take a look at it. Let me know what you think. Maybe I'm wrong. That's totally fine. That's why we all collect different things. But anyway, thanks again for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like what I'm doing. Or if you don't like what I'm doing, tell me what I can do better. I appreciate that also. Anyway, thanks guys for joining me on this video. Catch you on another one. Stay otakutive. Peace.